When I saw that you won America's Got Talent, how old were you when you won it?
12, I think.
I actually felt rage. I felt rage. And I say that I was a child prodigy, Grace, myself. This is what this is about. But I felt, look at this 12-year-old girl, so talented, who won this incredibly huge reality show. And now, how old are you now? 16?
Yeah.
Stunningly beautiful. You look adorable. And she has a brand new EP out called Letters Volume 1. You're also starring in this upcoming, very popular Disney Plus film called Stargirl. I'm so excited to have you here, Grace Vanderwall.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
You're already funny. Like in the break, I was like, I like her. Like I connect. You know, I hear 16 and I go, what's this going to be about?
Word. Yeah, that's
Right?
most people's reactions.
Yeah.
It's a little unsure, a little nervous.
Like you could have been like, come here, like a real attitude, Grace. And I would have been like, who does this girl? But you're so nice.
Oh, thank
She's
you.
a sweet, like an angel. Look at butterflies in the hair.
Same for you.
That's nice.
I mean, same thing for interviewers. If you go in and it's like, what is this going to be like?
Yeah.
You
Well,
know
you
what I
walked
mean?
in, you're like, who the hell
It's
are
like,
you? To
oh,
me,
you're
fair.
not 12 anymore, folks. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, seriously? Why?
I like cross out my first question. I'm like, yeah, that would be horrible if somebody said that to
Oh
you.
my God, who would ever do that?
Yeah. Well, that is our time, Grace, and we've had the best time with you. No, I was saying because I was reading about you, and then in the break, I wanted to ask you all these questions. So first and foremost, you're born in Kansas, but you lived in Suffern.
Yeah.
Now, do you know why Suffern in the pop culture universe is famous?
No, not at all. No one, I feel like no one knows Suffern whenever I
Do you
bring it
girls
up.
know why I know Suffern? It's where Aiden had his cabin on Sex and the City with Carrie. That is why I know, because she was suffering in Suffern.
Oh, that's where that came from. Everyone says that in my town. My mom, you should be looking at my mom. She's going to be way happier about that.
Do you
than
know
me.
the Sex and the City? What's your mom's name? I'm so sorry.
Tina.
Tina, hi. Do you know the Sex and the City episode?
I don't, but now I love Sex and the City.
See, this is why you have a successful child, because you're not home watching TV. I have nothing to show for myself.
Wait, what? You love Sex in the City?
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
That's where
my
she
God.
went, and there was like a cabin. You're probably too young.
Yeah.
Now maybe 16 she can watch Sex and the City, but like you probably were too. She can.
She's watched so many things.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying, like, since I'm the youngest, I've been watching, like, anything I wanted since I was,
A
like,
long time.
9 years old.
You were the baby of the family, so you had
Yeah.
freedom to do whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
By the way, props, because I was also the baby, and it's
Word.
the best thing.
Yeah.
That's
why you're so cool.
nice of you. Oh my God, you think I'm cool? Wait, I have a question for you. What is the thing? Because I remember, what is the thing that you watched? I know your mom was in the room, so it's going to be hard to be like honest.
Okay.
When you were little, that you watched, and you were like, I should not be watching this.
Oh.
Because I had a couple of things like that where I was like, oh, I know that this is.
It's endless. I don't even know. Probably just normal films, but like at the time I was like, whoa, they said bad words. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a good
like
feeling,
so
though.
Freaking crazy.
You feel adult.
But I don't know. Probably just like normal. Like my brother really loved like normal Adult Swim
Oh, I love
TV
Adult
shows,
Swim.
and I would always watch with him, and then like hide if you came. But you never really got upset about it. I mean, unless it was like truly like I should not be watching that.
Yeah.
You never really had a problem with it. I always knew like not to repeat anything or anything like that.
That's smart. No
Yeah.
cursing in the house. I grew up in a curse house. We cursed in my home. It wasn't like a huge deal. Your mom seems very cool to me. I like Tina's vibe.
She's real
Tina's
cool.
like on the couch. She's like, whatever. Ask her whatever
Yeah.
you want. It's fine. Sometimes moms come in. You know, there's some chanteuses, some famous blonde singers whose mothers are a little more intense. And I won't say who. But they don't not look like you. They don't not look like you. And their mothers are not as cool as Tina. I will say that. All right.
We've grown. Self-improvement.
Yeah. Tina's laughing. I love her. The whole interview's about Tina now. I'm like, Tina.
We love a queen.
We do love a queen. So Gracie, listen, you were 12. You win the show.
So Gracie, listen here. How old is you? 16 now?
How old is you? You go on this show. Look, audition, because you were in front of Simon. Who were the judges when you won?
Oh.
That's tough. Was Heidi on it?
Yeah, Simon,
Howie?
Mel B, Howie, and Heidi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the OG America's Got
Is
Talent.
it different now?
I don't even know.
It's the same judges.
Same judges.
Oh, it's different? Who?
Mel B isn't there. That's right. She's got a lot of personal drama. But no, so you had those judges. the nerves at that age, when you're like even 11, 12 years old, I mean, how did you even process that? Because adults who go on that show are shaking. And I always wonder the pressure, forget the audience even, but just to have Simon, especially of all the people there looking at you, when you know how judgmental he is, how did you even process? Like, do you remember being on that stage and what you felt like?
Yeah, I remember it really vividly, but I think it was a good thing that I was so young because I didn't think it through.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think with adults or young adults or old people or whatever, you're able to be like, this is what's happening, like thinking about the future, any outcome, like just overthinking it. And I think I was so young and I so didn't care about being on that show at all.
That's funny.
That I was just like, until I was literally standing on the stage, I was like, I did not even think about this moment, even today, about like what it would look like or feel like or anything like that.
Which is literally probably the healthiest way to be on a show like that.
It probably was the best way.
Well, because I think if you got too much in your own head, for anybody, kid, adults, that's when you psych yourself out and when you basically mess up.
Yeah,
So that
definitely.
makes sense. Now, do you and Simon hang out? How's he looking these days? Because he really was hot. Tina, remember when Simon Cowell was hot? That was a while ago. Tina's funny. I like her.
Oh, that was a while ago.
Tina is very fun. Tina, what sign are you? What sign? Pisces, Cancer. That's why we click. Okay, wait. So how's he looking these days? You still talk to him? You have his
Yeah.
number? You like pick up a phone and dial
No.
him? Smart.
Maybe no. But we definitely, I work with him now, so we definitely talk. And Simon Cowell is the greatest guy. I truly like him, and I've always liked him. Like, even when you were like he's judgmental and stuff, I've never gotten those vibes from him. Like, always watching the show, I would always agree with what he said. I would never feel like he was nitpicking. I would never feel like he was saying more than he should. I would always be like, dang, that's exactly what I was thinking watching that singer or something like that. But anyways, completely off topic.
I love him. Completely on topic. And actually stemming off of that topic.
He's the best judge. He's the reason why that show was successful. And actually, like, I was talking about this with my sister because we get into like deep talks about the weirdest, most random topics. And this one time, I really hope Simon Cowell never hears this. But this one
He's
time,
a big fan. But anyways, take it away. Take it away.
we got into this really deep talk about Simon Cowell. And we were like, you know what? That man is so inspirational. Like, just think about it. When you watch like his early American Idol things, it's like a plastic fold-out table with like a crappy curtain behind it. And he's just like, darling, you just suck. Like, and he had this dream.
Yeah.
And he knew people are going to find this entertaining. As the show started to evolve, oh, this is what people are being drawn to. I'm going to control that, manifest that, and use it for the power of the success of this show. And he's turned it into this crazy empire. I don't know. That's so freaking crazy, though.
And you know what I was going to say earlier, but it actually is better even to say it now, is that we're in such a sensitive time now. Like, I wonder if we didn't know Simon in 2020 and he came as one of the judges, I don't think people would have been as accepting of him today because we're so like, don't hurt anyone's feelings, even when it's truthful.
Yo, me
which
and my
is
sister were just
truthful.
talking about that too.
And like he's telling people, by the way, like not, my mother would say it too. It's like a Judge Judy thing too. Guess what? Everyone with a dream, sometimes those dreams ain't meant to be. Like if you want to be Beyonce, guess what? You don't think I want to be Beyonce, Grace?
We all want to be
You've
Beyonce.
met me for 2 freaking seconds. I do
You
not think.
absolutely want to be Beyonce.
Of course. And you know what? I still could be. No. But what I will say is that you need someone to like sit there and be like, listen, real life, this is not going to happen for you. Like I'm not going to be a runway supermodel. You know what I mean? Things like this. And now we don't allow people to be as honest as Simon.
Yes.
Only him, because we already know who we're dealing with, like curmudgeon and blah, blah, blah. I do think we allow older people to do it because there's something almost funny about, like, my mother is very, Tina, you'd love her, very judgmental and very direct. And people think she's like the funniest person, which she also is. But because she's like 70, like she can get away with it. But
it's
when
like
you're
you
like
get the
30,
old person pass.
OPP, which I cannot wait for. I'm down with OPP, the old person's pass.
No, but oh well, yeah, for
No,
you because
say
you're
it.
older than me, it'll work out.
Oh.
See, I will
Were
never.
you gonna say? I don't know. I can't decide if I'm offended or wait, what just happened? Wait a minute. Can we rewind?
Like you're
You
not
went, "No,
you're not
but," and
old
then you
yet.
stopped.
You're not old yet.
Okay.
But since I am younger than you,
Yes.
I'll never get the old person pass because when I'm old, all the young people who are being annoying with like,
In life.
you know, don't tear anyone down.
Yeah.
You must be nice to everyone. And it's like
No.
we live in reality. Like
Yes.
this is the world. But whatever, whole other topic. I'm gonna grow old with those people, so we will be old people reinforcing those
You're right.
topics, which is gonna suck. I'm
It
gonna be
sucks.
like in
no,
the
you're
old
not gonna be
person's
like that.
home.
You're
Like,
already
shut
kind of a
up,
bitch.
Debbie.
And I say that with literally nothing but love for you. I'm like, so I love you. Like I think
Honestly,
you're fantastic.
I've never felt so accepted and loved
Wow.
except in this moment.
This is the nicest. Do you think that I thought this was going to happen? They said Grace Vanderbilt, like, oh, she's so cute. Bring her in. I'm like, no, this girl is like fun and great. Are you in high school? Do you get homeschooled?
I'm homeschooled now.
Okay.
But I hate it.
That's why you're like fun. Because she's like a creative spirit. You can see you have a very
Yeah.
creative energy about you.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
really.
you. But I want to go back to school next year. I was in normal school last year, but my school got closed because I bring bad luck
Coronavirus.
into
What
every
happened?
single- It just
Why did it get closed?
should I even say
Enrollment was down.
what?
Enrollment was down.
Oh yeah,
Enrollment was-
they
it was
just
a
didn't
private
have
school?
that much
Yeah.
money, to be honest.
Oh, they ran out of money.
Yeah.
Oh boy, was this in
They
Miami?
just had like a lot of debt.
Corrupt. I'm from Miami. It's like the most corrupt place. So a private school. This was in Suffern, upstate. Are you still over there?
Yeah, it was around Suffern.
You don't know Woodbury Commons because when you came in, I said, "Oh, my
right.
God."
Let's circle back to that
Circle-
topic.
But then I want to
Circling
talk
back.
about school again because I have a lot of questions. What are you now, a junior?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore,
Yeah.
fair enough. Smart. Stretch it out. Take it from me.
Word.
Don't graduate too soon. Graduate at 20. Why rush it? You know, I'm being honest.
Please say that to her.
No, I graduated high school very young and I regret it because then it just immediately threw me into being an adult. I had to get a job
Yeah.
younger than everyone. It was like, there was no
Well,
fun.
Grace kind of
I feel like I'm
You
in
have
a
a job.
situation.
I know. Okay.
It would be useful for me to finish high school early since it
Then you
causes
could
a lot of
tour.
problems for my work right now.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
You've been on tour?
Yeah, a couple
You
times.
have.
Yeah.
So do you have a teacher who comes with you or is your mom the one who teaches you?
No, my mom. That would be such a bad idea. That
I
would
can
be
see
such
Tina
a bad
being
idea.
a funny teacher.
No.
I can see Tina being funny. Tina's like,
She
how do you
wouldn't.
take 25% off of this
No.
ticket?
Funny until I'm not anymore.
Yeah,
I got it.
exactly. I remember needing like math. I'm really bad at math.
Mm.
I've always I was born being bad at math
Okay.
because I remember like as early as I can remember, and I was like sitting at the kitchen table and like I would try to ask you and Dad for like help, but I could never ask you because either you at a certain point wouldn't know it, or you would be like, well, this is how I learned it in school and this is how you do it. I'm like, no, but I'm not going to get credit.
Yeah.
If I do it that way, I must do it the way they teach you. And you're like, why can't you just do it the way to get the answer?
She's right. I'm on Tina's side because they do all these. First
Bro,
of all,
me
I
too.
would've-
It's ridiculous.
When I have a kid, I'm whipping that abacus out in the crib. I'm like, click, clack, click. This is how I learned it.
Click, clack,
This is
click.
how you're learning. You can sample that. You can have that. But I will say this. No, she's right because now they have all these weird. I don't have children, but I know that they have all these weird like
Because it's all for the
shortcuts.
testing.
Yeah,
It doesn't even matter.
You're too young. I said the F word. I'm so sorry. F the testing. The testing frustrates me because it
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
controls your mind in a way that is not free. Like children should be learning in more creative ways.
Absolutely.
Completely agree with you. Wait, so when you go back to high school, how many siblings do you have?
2.
Older siblings.
Yeah.
Are they musical?
No.
Great. What do they do? Are they in college?
So what do they
So
do?
what are they? Yeah.
My sister actually is really creative. She's an artist.
Oh, wonderful.
And ew, I don't know why. Artist. I don't know
She's
why.
an
I just said
artist,
that.
and then my brother is an artist.
Do you ever just say words and then it like echoes in your mind for a second? You're
Yeah,
like,
every day.
God, why did that come out?
Every day
like
I'm
that?
like, good morning, morning, morning. I'm like, oh, I'm a monster. Why do people listen?
Yes,
every
yes.
day. So
Okay.
your sister's an artist, and then what does your brother do? Is he a banker?
My brother, I don't really know what he does right now.
That's great. How old is he?
He's 20. He's still
20,
figuring
he's a
out his
baby.
life.
Yeah. Is he in college?
No.
Okay.
He's not in college. He's
Do all of
figuring
you
it
look
out.
like supermodels? Tina, I must ask. Are all the kids like?
They're all pretty attractive.
They must be gorgeous.
We
Get
all got
your-
good genes.
No, no, because really, you could be also a model. I'm looking at you like, and that's not me. Am I wrong? I'm like thinking that's why when I mentioned that other person whose name I won't bring up here, I'm like, no, forget that person. This is, and you're so young still. It's exciting. I think there's so much ahead. I'm like very excited
Thank
for you.
you.
When it comes to your music, I have an ignorant question to ask. You're going to be mad at me. Do you write your own music?
Yeah.
I knew that you did. And like your big hit, Happy Birthday to You. It's a massive hit. People love it. No, but so you have your new EP, Letters Volume 1. And some of the singles on it, You're So Beautiful, Waste My Time, I Don't Like You. These are the names of the songs. What do you...
Oh, my God.
I know you hate me. Listen, what do you base... You're so young, but yet you obviously are a brilliant girl. Where do these feelings come from? Like when you're writing songs, I always wondered that about young songwriters, like even a Taylor, right? Where are these feelings and these love songs and passions?
Yeah.
Where do you base them on? I mean, is it on your real life or things you've seen?
Most of the time it's on real life, or I'll take something really small and just like exaggerate it so much to the point where it's like basically a lie.
Yeah.
But most of the time it's from my own experiences. But I feel like what people always get wrong is I'm young, right? So they're like, oh, like, how are you writing all these loves? You don't even know what love is. Like, how are you doing this? Like, I'm not listening anymore.
Amazing impression of me. You have captured me. I'll come into these studios, these like tall girls, they'll be like, and that's me.
Yeah.
You got it. Okay, go on.
But I think a lot of people, I mean, that's a you problem to anyone who like immediately thinks that, because very rarely my songs are blatantly romantic, and most of the time the songs, obviously I love to keep them open for interpretation, and I love it when people tell me stories and they're like this like relates to my divorce or something like that. I'm like, that's insane. Like, I love hearing that story.
Oh my God. Who's telling you about divorce at 16? Oh my God. Tina, protect her. Tina. Some woman, can I just picture this?
Yeah.
You're at your concert.
Yeah.
You're like, you leave, someone smoking outside.
Stop.
She's like, Grace. Listen, he treated me horribly. If there's like a middle-aged lady telling you about divorce, literally call the authorities. I don't like that at all for you. This is a child. People are sick. That's the problem these days. Don't you think people are sick?
Yeah, I do.
I really do.
Don't you think people are just sick?
That's gonna be the clip that makes it to TMZ. Yes, people are sick. Wait, and Disney Plus, by the way, congrats. Getting some of that Star Wars money. I like that.
Right.
It's called Stargirl, not related to Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about it. When is it coming out? Do you know?
It's coming out March 13th.
Okay, Tina's with it. Tina's got it down.
She
March
is
13th.
on top.
And who do you play in Stargirl?
Stargirl.
Amazing. All right. Well,
that's all we have. Thank you so much.
Is this the worst? Be honest with me. You're 16. You haven't one of the worst interviews you've ever done. You can just tell me, because I feel like I'm like, Grace.
Absolutely.
No, it is. Oh,
I am dead inside at the moment.
No, I hope that's not true. So you're in this Stargirl. It's exciting. You're like, you're killing it.
Oh,
so
thank
once
you.
you have to go back to high school. That is an annoying thing. Now I see why that sucks for you, because you're like
exactly
blowing up. So now what? Now you have to go back to class.
Blowing up, I'm thriving. I can't be with this.
Is it hard to be
anymore.
normal in school because of like your success?
I never faced that challenge really, actually, because I think public schools and private schools, depending on the private school, obviously, are so different. And the private school I went to was literally perfect for me. That's why it was so upsetting when it closed. It was like this real hippy dippy, really small school. Like, no one cared. It was like just such a vibe.
Yeah.
And
I feel like you in a public school
didn't work out.
I wonder why. Why do you think so?
It didn't work out. I don't know. I just like, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I think it's not, I don't want to sound like annoying. Because I know people are listening, and I used to hate it so much, like listening to people on radio shows and things like that. Like, I was such a loser. Like, and no one even noticed me. It's like, I don't know why, it would just bother me. So I'm trying to like dance around those words now that I'm that person.
Wait, actually, may I ask a question though? Is that how you felt in public school? Because I would have thought honestly, I'm glad you clarified. I'm not joking, because when you were saying it, I was like, oh, maybe, you know, because you're like sophisticated and you can see that you have been through things that no child has ever lived through, like being a national name and all these things. So I was like, oh, maybe it's that you can't like relate because of that. But you felt like a...
No, it was before any of that. I actually left public school pretty quickly during America's Got Talent. So I never really... ever even got to experience that. I don't think I was like a loser. No one
saying before you were on the show. I got you.
Yeah. But I just was, you know, okay. let me for all those listening who have been to school, you know it's
Very
not
few of our listeners have been to school. This is a very no. Go on. Yeah.
you know it's not like a movie. There's not like unpopular kids and popular kids, period. There are many versions and layers to both the popular kids and the unpopular kids. So I wasn't like a loser. No one bullied me. I was like that Minecraft kid with pasta sauce on their face, where it's like I will not talk to them and I will, forget that
In
they're
your own world, maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
You
that's
say
a more
Minecraft
beautiful
kid.
way to put it.
Minecraft kid with pasta sauce. I'm like, not what I would like. No planet would
Like
I
I'm
ever.
just saying the vibe. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Wait. Also, before you go, you're gonna be. I'm sorry. I'm having a effing heart attack because I'm seeing here that you're performing live at the Bottle Rock Napa Valley Festival.
Oh my God! Can you believe
May 23rd with
that?
Stevie Nicks.
Yo, can you believe
What?
that? I honestly didn't know this until it was posted on my story for me on Instagram.
That's funny.
I watched my Instagram. I'm like, wait, what? I'm playing there? I cannot believe
That's
that.
wild.
I'm like so not famous enough for that. I love getting things I'm not famous enough
it's the best
for.
feeling.
But like, it is the best feeling. It's like, how did I land that?
Talent. Period. Stevie Nicks, Dave Matthews Band, Miley Cyrus, Tegan and
Yeah.
Sarah. Like what? Why have I never heard of this
I think
festival?
Coda the Friend is playing there too, which is crazy because I'm a big fan. I'm actually covering his song today at the coffee house thing.
What's today?
What?
You're playing at a coffee house today?
Yeah.
Oh, here at Sirius.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I was going to ask you to sing for us. But I guess it's too late now. Come back next time you're in town and hang out. You're like, fun. You made me feel young. I'm like, you know what? I'm cool. I can hang out with this 16-year-old. Like, yeah, I'm like connecting with teens. It's normal.
Just like I'm
Normal.
so versatile.
You really are a ton of fun. You are truly a star. And I'm not just saying that. Like, it's a crapshoot. We have sometimes. Not often, but sometimes I'll say yes, and I liked your singing, so I thought, let's bring her in. And you were above and beyond.
I'm happy you said yes.
No, you're above and beyond a wonderful guest and a great girl. So I wish you nothing but only the best things. Go listen right now to her new EP. It's called Letters Volume 1. You can go on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere music exists. Mozart.com. I don't know, is that a thing? And then also March 13th. Stargirl on Disney Plus. She's Stargirl. And also follow her on Twitter and on Instagram at Grace Vanderwall. That's 2 A's in Wall, 1 L.
Yes.
Grace, you're wonderful. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so
Congrats on
much.
everything. Tina, we love you. We'll be back after this.